Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Pseudo's Crochet and More. This is your host Crystal. Today is finally my thoughts and review on the Maxim September, and it's December, so I'm now getting to September's. So I do apologize. This is going to be a little bit wonky until I can get these patterns worked out a little bit faster. This is the little booklet with all the patterns for September, because you see there's got 09 there, 2025-09, which means September. It was a hat, scarf, and mitten set. I did not make the mittens. I did make the hat. I did make a scarf. I did not make the scarf that was in the picture here. I could not get my tension the right way for it to work out. I did love the pattern for the hat. As you can see, it looks like little arrows here. Instead of having like when you do front and back loop only, this was done in the third loop. I was kind of confused about that. You used half double crochets and went into the third loop, which I would have thought would have been the back loop, but it was actually considered the third loop. And then as you can see, this is not just the yarn that I got. I have one of them left. I have one left. And this was the Patons Norse in the color Gray Denim. This was the yarn I received. I got 3 of these. I used 2. 1 for the hat and 2 for the scarf. So that's that. And there was actually 2 labels on this. And I will show you. Where did I put them at? Maybe I won't show you because I don't have them handy right this second. But this actually had 2 labels on it for whatever reason. This is a label, and this is a label. So you had 2 separate ones to pull off of here. But, nevertheless, I do love this yarn. But to get the right tension for the stitch pattern that they wanted, basically the hat pattern was also used in the scarf pattern. As you can see, that is nothing like that. I found a pattern that I used and I paired it with a white acrylic yarn to give it a little bit of an accent, and because again I was having trouble with the tension on making the scarf with just this yarn, and I was going to make it an infinity scarf too, but I wound up not doing that because I made this wider than the infinity scarf and the pattern went for. So I just did it, and it's long enough that if it's too windy or too cold here where I'm at in Texas, oddly enough it has been getting pretty cold, I can go like this, and I don't know if you can still hear me or not. I guess you can, because it's saying my mic's picking me up, but at least it covers my face and my eyes are I can see, but I do like this. I'm going to call this the Winter Blues scarf. Because I did not use the pattern that it gave me in the booklet. I came up with my own. Now if you have extra yarn and you want to make this pattern, let me know. I have this upside down, but it's okay. If you want to use this, make it. Actually, I'm not upside down. It just looks like that on the one side because it's folded around my neck and stuff. But it comes down. I'll show you. Hopefully, I can show you how far this comes down on me. No. It comes down below my waist. Let me see. Let me back up. Let's see. Can you see me now? Nope. Still can't see. But it's way down here too, it's like right at just past my hips. But it's long enough, like I said, if it ever gets cold again, like it did this week, which was actually surprisingly cold here for West Texas and this time of year. We were possibly going to get snow yesterday, but we never did. We only got the rain. Bummer. Would have loved some snow. Maybe I'll get it for Christmas or my birthday like the one year when we lived in North Lubbock. I'm in South Lubbock now, so the weather is a little different here than it is in the up in the north side, so I mean that could have almost made this like a scarf that you could put pockets on, like a pocket shawl scarf. But I did not make it that wide. And I got it fixed in the back of me, and it's like this here, so it would be nice for cooler areas. The hat is nice, like I said. I didn't have as much trouble because I was working in the round with this, with the tension. But I was hoping I'd be able to do it with the scarf too, but I wasn't. So, all right. I'm gonna give this an 8 out of 10. Because I could only really do, oh, and I did change the way that this was. It's more of like I didn't intentionally do it, that's just how it wound up being, like a bucket hat almost. Because if you see in the picture, it's flat against her head. And the way that I did the brim, or what do they call that? Let me see here. Oh my gosh, I know it's called something. Cuff, brim. Yeah, brim. The brim of the hat. I like it better. Gives it more character. So yeah. And the reason why I'm giving it an 8 out of 10 is because the tension was very hard to get with the scarf on the pattern that they used on the hat as well. Like I said, I didn't have as much trouble up here because it was in the round, and I didn't notice it as much as I did when I was working the scarf. So that, and the instructions are very easy to read. Maybe not so much fuzz in the yarn, because that was kind of driving me nuts. But it's great yarn. I've never worked with this yarn before. I don't know if I saw it someplace. If it was on sale, I might get it again. But if it's not, I wouldn't buy it if it wasn't on sale. Yeah. And they do show you how to do the magic circle, which in my opinion, I think Jennifer from Cinnamon Stitches, it shows the best way to make a magic ring. Everybody makes it too complicated with wrapping it around your finger and then pulling the yarn and then doing this and then doing that. That would drive me nuts. If that's how I had to learn how to do the magic ring, I don't think I'd ever learn that. But she does a very good example of it, and I guess I could show you, but not in this video. If you want to check her out, be my guest. She's a great yarn, crochet, amigurumi content channel. So, and she doesn't do anything like subscription boxes right now. She did in the past and then stopped doing them. So, but yeah, and they do here. I'll show you here that they did give a picture about the third loop and how to find it. And this is only, as far as I know, the third loop is only visible with the half double crochet. And I'm thinking about trying to come up with a pattern once I get my tension correct while doing that stitch, for either a blanket or another scarf. We'll see. If I do, it'll be in a future video, obviously. Maybe not till next year sometime when I'll be able to do that. With Christmas coming up, doing the Crochet Society's Advent Calendar, my girls' bark box, which you can see behind me here. I will be doing another video of that tonight. As far as I can tell, tonight is actually going to be a toy, so yay, toy. They're doing pretty good on the first one they got on day one, so that I'm really happy about. But going back to this, again, I did not make the mittens because I did not feel, I could have gotten it probably done, but I don't know if one ball is going to be enough to make two. And if like right now, it's not bothering me, but if they're on my hands, that fuzziness might start to get to me and start itching me, and I don't want that. And it's not really cold enough here for gloves. I'm going to say that, and then I'll be like January, February, I'll be like, I wish I would have made those gloves. So that is going to be my review of my first, this is my first one I got from Mary Maxim. Mary Maxim. M. There's no in this. I don't know. I mean, I guess it's kind of like a automatic thing to say Mary Maxim, but it's an I-M at the end. There's no U. And I'm sorry if I offend you if you say it that way, but that's how I say it. I try to say Mary Maxim. Mary Maxim. So, and that's that. Now, I am still working on October's, and I got November's right before Thanksgiving. I will do a video of unbagging that, because I'm not going to wait till, you know, December gets here before December's order shows up before I can finish that. And I might take a break from October's until I can get that down, because I'm making the tote pattern. Just the tote pattern. And I'm trying to crochet the bottom part around the canvas cutout, which I don't even know. I know my ends are not weaved in, but I was just so happy to get this done so I could show you guys what I did and how it turned out and everything. But I'm just not, why the heck, okay, there we go. I'm trying to fold this back up here. I'm just not all that concerned with that one right now. Once I do get it finished, I will show you guys what the final result and my thoughts about that. I'm really hoping that December's has something to do with Christmas, and it's not going to be a very long project to do. Now, I will say that I do like that these are more full-size projects compared to the Hooks and Needles subscriptions, which I did for a while. I have actually canceled those. I still am an affiliate for them right now, but that may change in the future, because I don't know. I wanted something different, and I don't know really if what I was getting was worth my money, because what I'm spending on this plus the Afghan kit is the same as I was spending on the Hooks and Needles box, just the Hooks and Needles box. And I get it, they were giving me little trinkets every so often, they gave us a hook your first box, and then they gave us stitch markers, and then they gave us a wraps per inch tool and all that. But when they gave us the box that had the pattern for the baby blanket in it, I still don't think that that's big enough for a baby. Maybe a baby doll, but not a baby. Unless you cover from like here, a little bit further down, like about here, down. That might cover a baby, or definitely would cover a preemie. But a bigger baby, no. And then I found out that the person who was doing the patterns for them was using other people's patterns to provide for the company, which that's a no-no in my opinion. At least on these, they tell you who the creator of the pattern is. I'm pretty sure. Let me just double check here. I'm going to leave this hat on for a minute. Because I have a feeling when I take it off, my hair is going to go with it. So, it's extra staticky. Let me see here. Okay. I think it doesn't show it there. Okay, so it does state that they made every effort to ensure that these instructions are accurate and complete. We cannot be responsible for misinterpretation or errors in individual work. any corrections that are discovered will be posted on their website. So that's nice that if they find out that something was not right in the pattern, they will correct it and let you know. Now, it does not state on this one who designed it, and this might be the designer right here, and I don't know, or she was just the model, I'm not sure, because it says one size fits most. So the mittens may be too big for me. I've got kind of small hands, to be honest. I don't have huge hands. Now my husband has huge hands, so I doubt that those would even fit in them, in the gloves. But it would be, if I do decide to make them, it'll be a nice experience because I've never made those types of crocheted items before. So there's that. And again, you know, if you've ever done Mary Maxim subscription boxes, whether it's the crochet, the knitting, the Afghan, whether it's crochet or knitting, amigurumi, they've got puzzle ones, they've got plastic canvas ones, they've got a ton of them that you can choose from. You can get multiple subscriptions if you decide to do so. And I will put a direct link below to that page with Mary Maxim, so you can see all the subscriptions that they have available. And you can choose, you know, some of them are monthly, some of them are quarterly, like the Afghan, that's only once every 3 months, so they give you time to work on those. Now, I did start working on mine, but I'm a little confused on the way that they have written the pattern a little bit, because I'm not used to turning my granny squares, and the way that they do this is different than what I'm used to. So I usually go in just keep continuously going around and doing it that way. But this one is a turn every round. So we'll see. Maybe this weekend I will have time to continue working on that, because I want to make all the squares first and then do the next step, obviously, and then put it together, because I have until January, I do believe, before my next one is sent to me. So I need to try to catch up on that, and catch up. Like I said, the October one will probably be put on hold for a little bit, because either I need better lighting where I'm at, because the yarn is really kind of dark, or I just need to take a break from that one. It wasn't hard to get the bottom part started, but putting the pieces together and lining it up and counting your stitches, I have to be somewhere quiet to count my stitches. I usually crochet in my living room while my mother-in-law is watching TV, and then she starts talking to me, and then I lose count, and I'm just like, okay, where was I at? What number was I on? Type of thing. So then I have to pull it back out and start back over. And it's nothing against her, because she sometimes just, wants to talk. So I understand that. And speaking of that, I have this today, my Go Away I'm Counting mug. This is available on, well, I don't even know. I think it's available on Spring, which used to be Teespring, but now it's just Spring. It is also available on my website that I really don't go there enough to update it. So I've been putting a lot of stuff on the Fourth Wall website, so that'll be where everything will be moved over to. So if you're interested in getting any of my merchandise, this will be up there eventually. Go Away I'm Counting with the crochet ball, the ball of yarn, and the hook with the chains. Because my husband's always talking to me when I'm trying to count, and he'll have to be like, stop. So now I have a mug that I can just say, stop, go away, leave me alone, I'm counting. I did make a mug for Halloween. I have not yet done one for Christmas yet, and by the time I get one, it'll probably be way too late to order for this year, but if you still want to get one, wonderful. I always have that link in the description box below as well. I do have a Facebook group now. It was on private. My husband tried to share stuff that I was posting on there, and he couldn't share it because it would only go to members in the group. So I had to turn it on to public. Maybe eventually I'll turn it back to private if I can, but we'll see where that goes with that. And I'm drinking the Pan Dulce Christmas coffee from HEB, which if you're in Texas, you know what that is. If you're not, you don't know. They come out with specialty Christmas flavored coffees. They start normally, this year they started a little early. I think I started seeing them before Halloween. So they start early enough that you can get your coffee, because they have 4 different flavors. They've got one that's called Christmas Kiss, Christmas in a Cup, which is good. The Kiss one, which is like chocolate covered cherries, which I don't like that one. This one, which is Pan Dulce. And there's 2 other ones, and I cannot remember them. But the Christmas one's got the vanilla and cinnamon, and I think another flavor in it too. But they're really good. They have ground and K-cup versions. I know they have a peppermint one, but I can't remember what that one's called. But they also do a big box with a variety of them in them. And I don't do that. After the first year I did that, I said, nope, no more to that, because I don't like the one that's the cherry flavor. Got the one with the cherry flavor in it, so no thank you. Alright, well, if you've made it this far in my video, please give me a thumbs up if you like today's content. If you've ever tried Mary Maxim, whatever subscription you tried, let me know. You know, or if you've tried other companies like Crochet Society, if you've done hooks and needles, if you've done, I know there's other ones out there. A good darn yarn, I think, has it, or something like that. I think they have one still. There was another company that had one, but I don't think they still do it, or if they do, there's not enough people that are still getting that are content creators. So, alright, and if you like my content, please go ahead and hit that subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, and then the notification bell so you're always aware of when I put out new content. Until next time, I hope you all stay safe, stay warm, and be crafty. Bye-bye.